We're moving. We're rolling. All right, this is, I guess, episode one. This is Suzy and Hondo, and we're here in sunny California to film the first of our episode of our brand new podcast. We're going to call it Becoming Suzy and Hondo. So we don't know how this is going to play out, but we're going to check in here from time to time and talk about the work we do as dance teachers in northern Minnesota, and maybe talk a little bit about our journey through trying to stay healthy and um, achieve longevity so we can achieve our missions. And I'd even like to spend a little time talking about family history.
Family history.
Well, those are my three missions: do meaningful work, sound body, sound mind, and preserve my family legacy. So I think we're kind of on the same page there.
I guess so.
Unless you think differently.
No.
What would you like to convey over the years to people who might tune in? What do you want to leave behind?
Laughter.
Tune me in then, right?
Yeah, there we go.
So we chose California.
Sunny laughter.
Speaking of sun, we chose California. This is where I was born. My parents were visiting family, and so my passport says California, although I lived my life in Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting over the years when people have asked me where I'm from. I've often said, well, I was born in California, and they have this response of like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just let it go, but I've always been curious about that. I guess I sometimes don't fit in with the northern Minnesota sensibility.
You have a slightly different attitude than
but
northern Minnesota.
But I think you too. That's what makes us unique, maybe.
I think so.
So I don't know how long we want to chat today. I'd like to make these long form at some point, but today we just wanted to say hi and check in and get things rolling.
Yeah. We're heading back home today to our little northern Minnesota town. Be nice to be back.
Oh, we're from Bemidji, if anybody's curious. First city on the Mississippi, home of Paul Bunyan.
And Babe. We can't forget Babe.
Beautiful place to call home, and it's especially nice to go back after we've been traveling. I think living in a small town is a real dream, especially if you can travel and see the world. We've never really added it up how many countries we've been to, but quite a few.
Yeah.
Even through the girls being born and raised, we kept traveling. Yeah. All the states in the U.S. except for Alaska. We haven't been to Alaska yet.
49 out of 50 states, and I think Tia's been to 17 countries, so we've been to a few more than that.
Yeah.
So a few.
We were engaged in China, which was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Considering Suzy's heritage, her grandfather came from Guangzhou.
Yeah.
And so we went there in '92. Europe in '91 after graduating from college. We're both Bemidji State University grads and Bemidji High School grads, so we're townies and gownies, as they say. What about our work? You want to mention anything about our mission with our job as social dance teachers?
Sure. So we get to teach social dance, which is our favorite thing to teach. You can teach dance, all different kinds of dance. There's so many different types. And they all correlate together and they all round about. But for us, social dance is fun because you can take total beginners that want to partner dance and you see that little aha moment when they do it.
The aha moment. Talk about the aha moment. That's really why I do this.
So you can take beginners that really maybe aren't very comfortable with movement or with music or maybe the whole partnership thing because you're moving another person with you and you can see the nervousness and they're trying really hard and all of a sudden it fits and it hits and they're like, oh, that was so much fun. That is why we teach. You get those aha moments with virtually everybody. It just takes different timings. But
I don't know what the perception of dancing is for others. I didn't know what to expect as a dancer. I knew the basic two-step my grandma Helen taught me. But I think a lot of people think of dancing as competitive, dance line, ballroom dancing, dance competitions they see on TV. But to me, it's never ever been about that competitive dancing. To me, the aha moment happens when a student comes back to us and says, "We were dancing in public. Several people came over to us at the end of the night and they said, we were amazing. They just couldn't stop watching us." And you can see in their eyes how
Yeah.
excited they were to have achieved
Yeah.
their own aha moment.
Right.
So for us,
Exactly.
that's why teaching people how to dance means a lot. I
Yep.
guess that's our version of meaningful work, and
Yep.
it's a confidence.
Yep.
I love
Yep.
teaching the confidence.
Yep. So yeah, it's great.
As
It's
far as
great.
our other mission about longevity, I think it was around the year 2000, 2001. We had a good back injury.
Somebody had a good back injury.
But my mom handed me a book called Pain Free by Pete Igasku out of San Diego. And I studied that book and realized that we're basically in charge of our own health to a large degree. And
Right.
since then, we've tried to eat well and be proactive and work toward health span as opposed to
Right.
lifespan. And being
Yep.
dance teachers, we want to take care of ourselves, and sometimes it's a little tricky with not getting enough sleep and stress. We don't take as good a care of ourselves as we should.
Uh,
So I think I'd like to do some. I'd like to do some discussions about how we how we take care of ourselves or how we want to take care of ourselves.
our goals of taking care of ourselves might be a better goal.
But you were a
Right.
health degree. You had a health major,
Yeah,
so you have a degree in health.
I do. I do. I do. So
Does that
I've always
mean
been interested in
does that mean I can
health.
rely on you to take care of me?
I don't know if that's a good idea, but we could try. But yeah, it's always been my main interest. So
Um,
yeah,
so mission one, not in any order, but do meaningful work, work toward longevity, so we can keep working on our missions. And the last one for me would be family history. When I was young, my mom found a letter in a drawer that had been mailed off to our family, and it was from a relative who was inquiring about his relatives in Bemidji, and he had the same last name as us. And the letter was 10, 11 years old.
right.
But I wrote to the fella, and he responded right away and sent me a floppy disk, a little plastic
That's
floppy
dating
disk from
things.
my laptop, or that wasn't a
But
laptop, it was
no,
a
a
desktop,
desktop. Yeah.
and I plugged it in, and I had my own family tree. Ever since then, family history has been a passion for me. It seems that there's one in each family, and I'm lucky I married the one in her family, and she married the one in his family. So
Yeah.
we both love our family history, and so it'd be fun to
Yeah.
stop in here and talk about genealogy and family history from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah. You can always find surprises. It's kind of fun.
Over and above that, I think the fourth submission is what we call green and clean.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's the most challenging and painful of our missions. We tend to be hoarders over the years and have family members who are hoarders. I guess it's the emotion of hanging on to things. So it's been an ongoing quest to purge and simplify. And we end up spending a lot of our time there, and our other three missions get left by the wayside a bit.
Yep.
So we have a lot of projects we're working on so that we're stewards of the land we live on and the buildings
Yeah.
we have and the memories we are curating.
Yep.
So, to his credit, my dad left behind our very own museum. And
Yeah.
it's a bit of a
Yeah.
time machine. We can check in there and keep track of our family heirlooms as long as we keep the good ones and toss the stuff we don't need.
Right.
So, anyway, that's
Yeah.
the idea for becoming Suzy and Hondo. Take care of ourselves, preserve our family history, do meaningful work, and then simplify our life. So, anyway,
We'll see how that goes.
yeah, we'll see how the podcast goes. This isn't actually our first one. We did an audio podcast about 5 years ago for your class,
yeah, it was
and
just all
we
of our
didn't really
classwork.
we didn't really promote it or anything. It was about a single course, but
Yeah.
so this will be our take on sharing what we've learned over the years, and I think part of what inspired me was last year I turned 60,
Uh-oh.
and so you start to think, all right, legacy. So, anyway, there you have it. I think I'm ready to sign off unless you want to. I've been rambling as always.
Yeah.
Talent talker, pretty obvious.
No, not true.
You want a break there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, and watch for the next one, and we don't know what it'll be about or where it will be filmed from. So anyway, carry on.